Hi everybody. We're just going to do a quick unboxing today of this game. I've had it in my collection for a while. I just got a new copy today, quite by accident. I ordered it again, not realizing that I already had a copy of it, so now I got two copies of it, but that's fine. I had the original version of this back in '84. I was 14 years old. And it was the first war game I ever bought. It wasn't the first war game I ever played. It was the first one I ever bought with my own goddamn money. And I bought it at a gaming store in Florida. Because that was the year I went to stay with my aunt for the summer. And actually went to MacDill Air Force Base. There was my aunt's neighbor was an air traffic controller for the Air Force. And I was able to go with him one day down to the Air Force Base and check some things out. It was pretty neat. But I distinctly remember it was on that trip that I bought NATO The Next War in Europe by Victory Games. And it was in 1984. I was 14. But this is the updated version, I guess you could call it, by Compass Games. It's called the Designer Signature Edition. Basically, I just think it's an updated upgraded version of the old Victory game. Comes with 2 die. Comes with a nice, hefty, glossy rule book. You can see the gloss there. Stapled, but it's pretty hefty. Comes in at 87 pages. But it's 2 columns per page, pretty large print. But don't be daunted by the rule. The original rule book wasn't that bad. There's a nice table of contents right here in the beginning. But here in the beginning of the book, it even tells you the first 25% of this book simply describes the components, and another 15% consist of examples of play. So really only 60% of this book would be rules. So it's not that bad. And if you're familiar with any kind of war games, this shouldn't be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem. There's just a lot of information. There's a little slip of errata that came with this version, talking about characters that have or counters with an A on their unit are airborne or air reinforcements and so forth. There's a playbook included. Nice illustration on the back. Both of these books are good quality. The pages are glossy, which I don't really care for. But it's nice thick paper. It's going to hold up well. But the playbook's got some scenarios in it. You have your bow tap scenario or ball tap. That's just a introductory scenario, just teaching you how to play the rule, just teaching you how to play. And then you have the strategic surprise scenario, the extended build-up scenario, War of Nerves, special rules, and the War of Nerves scenario. I remember these 2 scenarios from the original game. I thought there was 3. There was strategic surprise, extended build-up, and I thought there was a third one, but the other scenarios listed here don't ring a bell, so I'm not sure. And then it goes over your scenarios. Just lots of commentary about how the war started. Then it talks about the deployments. It goes over some historical unit information. I mean, a lot of this. Here's the order of battle for the Warsaw Pact and NATO. 1988, it says. It's a nice little bibliography in the back here. It's interesting. They're nice, thick, sturdy, hefty rule books here. Nicely done. Other than the glossy paper, I would rather do without that. There's a NATO player aid. It's a bifold. It's got all your terrain effects. This is your terrain effects chart here. And then on the back, there's the sequence of play. There's another player aid included for the Warsaw Pact player that has the same thing, a sequence of play and the terrain effects. We have a setup chart for NATO Strategic Surprise 1983. Tells you what units arrive on what game turn, your reinforcement schedule. Here's one for extended build-up reinforcement schedule for 83. Here's one for Strategic Surprise 1988. And ball tap. There's some more player aids, another cardstock card. Single sheet, double-sided. It's got all kinds of different charts and tables. Here's another one. It's different. Combat results table. Some more tables on cardstock, player aid. Looks like some kind of airstrike tables. Air points or something. Here's a bunch of interceptions. Airspace charts. Yet another. Oh, this is your CRT. Okay, you get 2 sets of each of those 3 charts. That's the way it appears to me. Oh, then we have another scenario chart here. Strategic Surprise 83. Strategic Surprise 88. This is for the Warsaw Pact. Where's the... That's the only Warsaw Pact one in here? Alright, then we have a couple maps. But they have to be joined together. Again, let me apologize for some hard creases that might be in here. This is one side of the map. I've got it turned around the wrong way. The other map would extend off of that side and continue over there. Map looks good. Everything's clear as to what is in the hex. Colors are bright. The green seems to be real bright. But it's not hard to read. Looks okay. There's cities. Probably with some kind of victory point or reinforcement value or something. Own glossy paper again, which is a shame. Counters are probably going to slide all over this map when you have them on there. Paper's pretty thick. It's nice thick paper. Here's the other map. It has charts and things on it as well. Then we have counter sheets. This version came with 4 counter sheets, and they're falling out of the sprues as I speak. Yeah, keep on falling. Medium thickness. They're okay. They're pretty thick. Gray core. If it'll focus. Gray core, pretty thick counters. I like them. Like I said, they they basically just, I mean, you just tap them and they fall right out of the sprue. These will have to be clipped, of course. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, I suppose. And that's that. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, take care.